Hey, this is Ron Woody. It's May the 3rd, I think it is, 2023. For you all who may have read my books, Don't Get Lost in the Fog or Stories from the Fog, or want to buy them, they're on Amazon for $10 a piece. But in those, it's a story about growing up on the Tennessee River, and we commercial catfish. Now, Tennessee River here on Washbar Lake, you can't commercial catfish anymore. But in those books, I reference a lot to a Trotline, and somebody said, you need to make an illustration. Well, I had a friend recently that asked for me to catch a few fish for him. So I went out Dad's, who passed away. He had some Trotlines partially built. So I finished them up this morning. I'm going to show you what they look like. Let me reverse this camera. So you can build them in the water, or you can build them on the land. I chose to build this on the land because it's just a little windy. So what we'll have here, and you may not be able to see it, I've got a string right here that this end will have something to the weight of a cinder block or two. And it will come up, and there'll be another leader line that we'll put right where this tree is by and large. So we're coming up about 20-30 feet. We'll put a line that will have a jug that will float it. And then what you have, hope you can see this, you have hooks, and you have hooks about every 3 feet. So midway green and white. So we've got a line that goes from one cinder block to the other, or equivalent weight, and along that line you have hooks that are about every 3 feet, 3.5 feet. So I'm going to just show you. You can't really see it, I understand, but this is the way you run a line. And after you get so far, you want the line to go up and down in the stream because you don't know where the fish are. You'll put another line that will have a weight on it. And this weight, I'll put an anchor, of course, and this is a all-county 1979 tournament. So when you ask your wives or your spouse, what are you going to do with all those trophies after I die, they say, well, we're just going to go to the dump the next day. Well, I'm going to put this as a little weight to hold my line down. So you'll come on down another 10 or 12, and you'll have another float. So this allows the part of the line to be at a lower, and part of it you can raise it up. You can take the anchors off and not. So I go after that float. I've got another anchor, and I saw this. I took the base off a while ago. This was the 1981 all-campus champions, intramural sports, football, Tennessee Tech, go Eagles. We were the Rogues. So this line comes on down. You'll end it with another float and another anchor. Okay, I built this line. It's about 40 hooks. I'm going to try to get it out today, but that's kind of what a trot line looks. And I've gone from this pole to the driveway to the light fixture down to my pickup truck, and that'll be out in the river, or out, it's going to be in this cove. My jugs will have my name on them. They'll have my phone number on them, and I'm going to basically bait with hot dog weenies today. Trot line fishing on the Tennessee River, and if I have to, I'll paddle out there. But again, that's what a trot line looks like on shore, and we'll put it out in the water in that cove right there, probably here in the next 15 or 20 minutes. But the wind is up. I wish it'd calm down, because like I said, I've got a friend that wants me to catch a few fish for him. Don't Get Lost in the Fog and Stories from the Fog. And in the Stories from the Fog, the cover of it is this island right on the other side of the dock called Babe's Island, who was a TWRA game and fish warden back in the, goodness, 70s, 80s, maybe 60s.